Uh, this is interesting. Oh God. See if I can get the camera right so that I don't have to hold it too hard. Oh man. Damn. I don't even think anyone will join. It's like 11 o'clock, something like that. And I'm really just doing this as a check-in with people because what's up? I'm just doing this really as a quick check-in with everyone. Um, okay, you need to stop. There we go. Yeah. So this is just kind of a check-in with everyone. I actually completed my first script for new video content in like probably months. Because I haven't really been uh I haven't really been like just really on the grind on that, and I haven't really been Jesus I haven't really been like focused on doing that. I've been focused on other things, life things. But I've been wanting to do new video content for a while, and I just recently finished a video for you guys. Well, I finished video content for you guys um, not too long ago, and we'll be shooting that soon. Um, I've not been blacksmithing in a while because of just things, but we have new content that will be coming out. Hey, how's it going? Um, we have new content that will be coming out fairly soon. I just have to make sure that I shoot it and get it done right. I've been working on my my girlfriend's stop it, working on her channel a lot more. And if you've not checked that out, it's Ink Studios. So go check them out. They're really good. Yeah, it's the cat, which is probably far more interesting than me. But uh, it's it's something that we've been trying to push that out a little bit. Yeah, everything's good. Um, I've been trying to push that out a little bit more than my channel, and trying to work on getting her channel started and kind of pushing her out there more than pushing me out there. Um, so the next video that I do will be on being too sensitive and how that can hurt your own position. And because I feel like that happens a lot, that we sometimes hurt our own positions by um, being too sensitive to topics or thoughts, um, and how that effectively can um, have negative effects on our overall goals and aspirations, especially when it comes from a sociological point of view. So that's something that we're going to be doing here fairly soon, as soon as I got a moment to shoot the shit. And hopefully there'll be um, um, yeah, you should try not to get into fights, man. It's not good for you. Um, but yeah, that's a lot of that whole thing is just like this idea of being too sensitive about things, like being overly touchy, and so I talk about sometimes that I've done that, um, and why that's important to really think about, and to really think about the type of harm that you're doing to your own cause. Um, so it's something that I want to put out there for you guys, because I've not made new stuff for you guys in a while, and I really want to. I want to get back into making all of that, and it's just been this whole. Are you okay? She's just being really needy. Um, but it's something I haven't done in a while, and I wanna start producing more things for you guys that you guys want, and it's the same kind of material I've been producing for a while, and it's just me trying desperately to tell you guys to like not do the things that I see you guys sometimes do, and try to use my own life as a warning to other people and say like, look, I did this, and because I did this, I hurt my own cause so badly that I actively degraded what I was trying to do, and it didn't work out. So this is just something that's really important to me to get across to you guys. Um, so this is a quick check-in, and just giving you guys a little bit of a like, hey, this is a thing. We're doing this. Something to look into. And I think it's important. I think it's very important that I continue to talk about these kind of things, um, and address you guys in a way that makes sense. Um, and try to use my life experiences in a positive way that will hopefully help you guys in your own lives and maybe your own causes, your own, and hopefully it'll allow you guys to self-reflect a little bit and examine, hey, am I doing this stuff? Because you could be doing it and you not even notice that you are. A lot of my videos are supposed to be geared towards that, trying to make you think about yourselves, and because it's so easy to do, and it's not really even something that you would be cognizant about doing. It's just it's so easy to let yourself get put into a position where that happens, and I don't want that for any of you. I want positive things for all of you, and I want all of you to succeed and be functional members of society um, that care about each other, and want the best for each other. And that's something I've been trying to push out there for a long time, and it's been a bit. So it'll be exciting to get back to it. We got the studio set up, and we've got a new green screen that got in, and we've got that set up, and um, so we'll be back in action here soon. Um, barring any other major life events, but um, we've we've been really pushing towards Ink's channel and not mine, because it was more important to get her stuff shot than it was to get my stuff shot. I really wanted that for her more than I wanted it for me. So we'll be back and on, doing that. On a scale from one to Nathan Chan, how's your skating lately? I don't know. I'd say that I'm at like a 2 or 3 right now. Um, Luckily, I didn't go to skating yesterday like I was supposed to, which was a good thing because turns out one of our skating instructors just popped hot for COVID. So we dodged the bullet there, and that's nice. Um, uh, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I'm looking forward. Let me see if I can I put you here? Can I do that so that so I don't have to hold this? That would be cool if I did. So yeah, so effectively what we're going to be doing in the future is we're going to be doing more green screen stuff. We're going to be doing more um, probably more shorts to try to get you guys more content. So probably more in like the 5 minute videos instead of those 10-minute long videos because people don't even really like pay attention that long anyway. Like I almost have to put it down to like a minute, 2 minute. I have to drag everything into this scope and basically be like, here's your TLDR of why it is that acting like this will cause you more suffering in your own life. And I have to basically just give you these like bite-sized life lessons because most people don't watch the video all the way through anyway. They watch it for maybe 2 to 3 minutes max, and that's about the average length of a TikTok video, which we could do those. We could do these TikTok shorts where we do little bitty things to show you guys like, hey, this is why, this is how I managed to mess up my life. Don't mess up yours, and that's something, right? And that's something I want for you guys. Um, and most people only have the attention span of a goldfish. That's true. Um, and unfortunately, the people, yeah, it's I agree with that, Euro. Um, Unfortunately, the people that have the short attention span are the ones who need these lessons the absolute most because most of those people are the most obnoxiously self-assured individuals that it's that same kind of like being ultra woke, like everything I do has to be a merit badge so that everyone knows, virtue signal, like, like that's what they do. And, it's just like, but you don't know anything about what you're talking about, like not normally. Most of those individuals are phenomenally self-assured about topics that they may have uh, they may have like glossed over once, and that's basically it. Uh, which is kind of a shame because um, passion is a good thing. Having passion for something and wanting to implement change in your society can be such a positive thing. Um, but uh, I just I think that like it's a kind of thing is just like ambition without knowledge is like a boat on dry land. It's that mentality. It's that. And I want desperately for people to be better, um, not only to each other, but for themselves. And this is the only way I can try to bring it about. It is. It's the only way. My very modest platform that I have, the number of you guys that listen to me, that pay attention and enjoy what I have to say. That's it. All I can do is sit here and tell you, here's some things I did. Don't repeat them. That's it. That's all I can do. And hopefully you listen to me, but you don't have to. Nothing will compel you to listen to me, obviously. That's never going to happen. I can't change your mind for you. All I can do is tell you what I've done, and hopefully you will be able to self-analyze and decide you want to change yourself. And that's just what it is. Um, you know, but it is what it is. You know, um, and I want good things for people. I do. Um, to the best of my ability, I try to make good things happen for people. And it has um, it's been a thing that I've been wanting more and more is to have this influence where I can push out a narrative that's not this, you know, um, hypersensitive, woke, social justice warrior, merit badge kind of self congratulatory atmosphere that it makes whenever they try to do something, they are so insufferable that no one wants to listen because they're so self-assured and so smug about everything. And I've tried to push that out there and say like, "Hey, don't do that. You're actively hurting the cause because you're not trying to convince them. You're trying to win an argument, which some people might not understand is not how you convince like beating them and being like, aha, I got you. Like, oh, I got you. I've owned you. Like, oh, okay, cool. So now they feel bad about themselves and now they don't really like you. So they're gonna pull into themselves and they're gonna guard up and they're gonna not accept anything you have to say. Uh, uh, you do you. Yeah. All right. But yeah, no, I mean, like it is. It's interesting, and I've most people understand how I. Hey, how's it going? Most people have a fairly good understanding of who I am as a person and the things that I believe and the things that I feel are positive things for people. Um, but I am very much not a social justice warrior. I'd consider myself a social activist, not a social justice warrior, because social justice warriors have a an arrogance to them, a condescension to them that I don't want to be associated with. Um, and I don't, and the same goes for the woke crowd and all the rest of them because it's the whole thing. It just it it ultimately is so divisive that it's not about bringing people together. It's about me winning against you, me being better than you. And we've lost sight of this idea of trying to raise each other up. And and I want to raise people up with me, not smack someone down because they like don't have the same political or just general ideology as me. Like I don't need you to be the same as me. You not being the same, you not agreeing with me is not violence. And we need to stop this nonsense of acting like it is. It's not violence against you. You are not, destroyed mentally. We use that in a way to basically silence dissidents. And when we are trying to silence dissidents, we are basically saying, I do not like these ideas so much that I am not willing to entertain the notion of that. This is like it is this idea that um it is the most uneducated thing I've ever seen. This is an educated person can toy with an idea without believing in it and it not harming them. Uneducated people, it seems, cannot. And it is that whole thing is just like this idea of yeah, it's like my opinion, man. Like it's like my opinion on something is my opinion. Your opinion on something is your opinion. And I can have a different opinion than you and still like you as a person. I can still like you as a person. And I know that's just I mean that's the wildest shit imaginable, right? I can like you as a person and disagree with your opinions and not think that we can't be friends. That is the craziest thing, right? It is insane. And we need to stop this nonsense. I see it all the time. What is considered uneducated? I would say that education is not a metric of how much school you've done because education is a wide field. It is understanding like your ability to process knowledge is not saying like, oh well, I graduated this college with this degree. Some of the most educated individuals I have ever known never set foot in the college. So I'm not saying that if you have a background and an education, that being a college grad is a bad thing. It's not. It's a good thing, but being educated is someone who takes an active role in trying to understand topics. So the more topics you understand, um, the more things that you understand, the more educated you are. So like to say that there are certain things, like I do not understand biochemistry. I do not. I am not a biochemist. I am uneducated in biochemistry. That is not to say that I cannot be educated. And being educated or uneducated is a state of being. It is a point. It is not a it is not a thing that cannot be fixed or is immovable. But uneducated individuals, I feel, are probably the most um, self-assured of their knowledge about something. Um, and I find the more educated an individual is, the more willing they are to say that they don't know. But that is what I would say is educated. Educated is as someone who is who an educated individual is someone who is willing to go out and learn. An uneducated individual is someone who obviously is not. But college is great, but it doesn't mean that you are necessarily smarter or whatever. And we have to like disassociate this idea with um, that being a college grad makes you somehow better than someone else. It just means that you've gone to school and you probably are more educated on a number of topics that other people would not be, but that doesn't necessarily always ring true, right? Because education is different. But that's kind of beside the point. We're kind of getting off on a tangent, but I hope that answers your question there, Salty. But when it comes down to whether or not you can deal with topics, or people that are insanely woke or whatever, is the I find a lot of those people tend to actually hurt the causes that they're a part of, because they're more concerned about um, being upset or being offended or whatever, than they are about solving the issue. And it rings so hollow to me. It just does. And I don't know. I want to be that person that helps people up, and instead of keeps people on their knees, because we all know the difference between that, and we'd be lying to ourselves. It's like we've we've tacitly approved of individuals that have no desire to see people be better, but they have a great desire to show how good they are in comparison to others. And we have tacitly agreed to let these people run our communities. We have. And whether that is because we fear being canceled, we fear reprisal on something, and even cancellation is not even it's something that we all have to agree to when we are when we get on social media. It's just like that, if you say the wrong thing or you have wrong think, then you can be canceled. You can be removed as much as possible. And um, and I think that it is uh, I think that that is such a shame. Um, that I would much rather be able to hear someone express a bad idea and have an honest conversation with them, so that we can try to work through it and try to move them back over a line of, let's call it, sanity. Um, but it is it is better to know than to not know, in my opinion. That's just how I view it, and maybe I'm wrong. Um, but I don't think that I am. But it's the kind of thing. It's just like topics and things should not be out and out banned because it's just you. I shouldn't be barred from having steak because a child can't chew it. Is basically it, and that is my feelings on that. And but that's what it is. It's like I want to address these hard topics. I want to address these topics that we don't want to talk about, that we're not allowed to talk about. Uh, let's see. I'm less bad at socializing in person. Like socializing in person, like if you can socialize in person, that's a superpower right there. Most people cannot do that right now. I don't know why that is, but they just can't. Um, I know I have problems socializing with people sometimes. And I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I wish there was some like way I could fix that, but right now I can't. But I hope that I can address some of these harder topics um, that people people want to talk about, but feel like, well, if I talk about that, I'll just get canceled. And that's the thing. It's just like, and we have got to stop calling people Nazis. Like, really, it's like, oh, you're a fascist. It's like, oh, okay, cool, you're a fascist. I mean, are they really a fascist? Like, it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, they don't think the way I think, and I want to be able to hurt them if they don't think the way I think. It's like, oh, so you want to hurt people that don't think the way you think until they think the way you think. I mean, that sounds more fascist than anything. Let me just see what that was. Let me look at the chat. Um, uh, I want to meet you at a con in San Jose or Reno. What? I was in Reno. I was in Reno. I was at Reno. Um, I think the people called Nazis fascist. Wait. I think the people who call Nazis and fascists don't know that, like, they probably don't know what it is. Not really. Most people use uh, most people use the phrase Nazi or fascist as a catch-all term. They use it as a club. It's a bludgeoning implement that basically says, "Shut up. What you're saying, I don't like." And if I label you this, then you have to shut up. And and it is a superiority complex. It is they have to feel superior in some way because they don't feel superior in other ways. And they're just like, um, they want to drive home the message that only my views will be tolerated in this space. Yeah, and I try to be a good guy about things. I do. I try to be a good guy because I want positivity for our community, for our people. I want good things for everyone. But the more I see of this, the more I see of these self-aggrandizing, self-congratulatory, just arrogant, pompous individuals, um, the more the more I want to start making videos again that highlights uh, the hypocrisy and the damage that these individuals do. And however well-meaning that they may be, the answer is rarely violence. And that's what it seems to be. And it's easy to be labeled this thing or that thing or whatever. And when someone labels you something like that and they don't address your argument, it means that they are afraid of your argument. They don't have an answer to your argument. They just want you to be dismissed out of hand, and by labeling you something, you get to dismiss them. You don't have to, it is the most intellectually lazy shit I have ever seen in my entire life. It is significantly lazy, and I certainly hope that none of us do that. Do not be intellectually lazy. If you don't agree with me, fine. That is okay. I encourage you not to agree with me. I encourage you to challenge the things I say to you. But tell me why. Don't say, "Oh, well, you're this, you're this." Spin your, you're just being mean. Like, well, okay. Um, that's fine. Um, just tell me why. Tell me why you disagree, and we can have an honest conversation, and then we'll be good. And I think that's a positive thing. I really do, and that's what I want most is I want open conversation. Oh, they said I was a nasty furry because I called somebody out for stealing something. Now I addressed it wrong because I did not. Um, I didn't get. Um, sorry, someone was at the door. Um, I addressed that the wrong way because that person will never, um, you know, that person will never really have. What I should have done is I should have pulled this person aside or something and or said like, hey, look, man, I know that you probably knew, but you can't really do that. Instead, I addressed it in the wrong way. What that person did was wrong. The way I addressed it was wrong. Both of us were in the wrong on that. But someone calling me a nasty furry because I was like being mean to somebody has never probably had someone raise their voice or they consider raising your voice to be violent. Um, there is that too, but it is what it is. We all make mistakes and we try to be better going forward. Um, that is what it is. But anyway, guys, my food just got here, which is surprising that it got here. So I'm gonna eat, and I may be back on a little bit later to talk to you all again. But hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your night or morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I will speak with all of you later. I do have content for all of you coming down the pipe. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully we're gonna be swinging at some issues that are a little. I'm not sure if I'm not just gonna get like because I even talk about some of these issues that people aren't just gonna hate me out of hand. So hopefully it goes well, and but just know that. I am specifically wanting to open conversations about stuff that we need to have conversations about. But thank you guys so much for joining me for this little check-in. And I'll be back and I'll see you guys again real soon. So hopefully, um, hopefully I'll be back. All right, guys. It's been awesome. You guys have a good night, morning, whatever.